this just clicked to me. I'm going to tell you. I could tell it to you now. It's a Peter DeLuise.
Let's hear it. The Peter's one of my
I
favorite
think,
people, so lay
I
it on
think
me.
so. I think whoever's watching this, all the fans that are watching this, will really, whether you agreed with it or not, but it's a really interesting story. And I can say this now. I don't think I could have said this back then. So in Vancouver, it's a pretty close-knit community.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm walking down in Kitts on 4th Avenue, and who comes across the street? DeLuise. And I had already done maybe 4 or 5 episodes, I think.
Okay.
Anyway, it was right around the time before they launched Atlantis.
Oh.
Now, you may not even know this. I don't even think what I'm about to say, probably only maybe the producers and DeLuise knew. So, da 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 da.
Charge.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is the story.
Yeah.
They were coming up with different ideas for a new Stargate show. I think SG-1 had ran, I don't know how many seasons it had ran up until that point before Atlantis started. I don't know if
7.
you knew that. 7, thank you, yeah. So in around the 5th and 6th year, they were starting to think, oh, what can we piggyback off this? And their developmental ideas and writing and stuff like that. So it turns out that myself and Amanda Tapping were in the front line with Atlantis to have our own piggyback show of Stargate. So, of course, Atlantis won. We all know Atlantis won. It turns out to be a fantastic show. But their competition / rivals at that time, without a name attached to it, was Barrett and Carter.
Because SG-1 was going off the air after season 7. There wasn't going to be any more. Something was going to take over. It was either the SG-1 season 7's finale had the idea of the movie that they were going to pitch, and then they were going to do something else. But they were trying to figure out what that was. Wow. That's really cool.
I think Stargate
Adventures of Agent Barrett and Samantha Carter.
Right? I think it's a great tidbit, for everybody to kind of, chew on a little bit, like anybody that really liked that relationship between Barrett and Carter. Who knows if it would have had legs? Who knows, what would have happened? But, as I watched a few of the episodes with Amanda and I, there's definitely a fun little chemistry there that could have went a lot of different ways.
If nothing else, on the professional side, it could have been a Scully-Mulder relationship. Maybe personal after a few years, but I definitely saw that. Exactly.
And I think, I was going to say that if you didn't, but that's the template I think that they were sort of, riffing off of, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which I totally forgot about until now. Yeah, wow. I'll never forget. And DeLuise, right? He's like, you didn't hear from me,
So this in Kitts, this conversation happened.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. In Kitts and Peter will remember it. Of course he'll remember it.
He's coming on in 2 weeks. I'll ask him.
Yeah, of course he'll remember it. So it was on the corner. He'll know it. It was right by the Whole Foods. It was on the corner of not you, whatever the next one is. You and 4th and around whatever the next one is, where the Safeway is. It was right on that corner.
The Safeway.
By the Safeway on 4th and Balsam or U or whatever it is.
Okay, I'm going to make him go there, and we're going to reenact it for.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. They.
I'm sure I can't get in trouble for it now. Of course, after he left, he goes, "Dude," he goes, "Please don't. You can't say anything." I can't. No, I'm good, Peter. I already forget it before you. But after he left, I was just like, but of course, it never happened.
Well, the fact of the matter is they continued to bring you back because the character had legs. Your role was instrumental in that everyone that we had seen from N.I.D. headquarters was a chump. You know,
Yeah.
they all had their own agenda and were trying to get after something politically. And this guy was a straight arrow. He was interested in nothing but the truth and protecting the folks who were going through that damn thing, you know, every week. And it was such a nice refresh, because that was like in season 6, there were a couple of episodes where even Sam was like, I think I can trust this guy, but I'm not sure. And it's like, is he going to betray us? Is he going to do his own thing? Or is he going to help us out? And the character did. And that's really cool.
But that's cool too. Like you said, they were all chumps. So it adds to that subplot of it all. It's like, oh, we can't, you know, so it gives everybody time to sort of figure, oh yeah, he's good. He's good. Yeah, he's good.
Yeah. Washington, a cesspit. No one's ever thought of that before. So, jeez. Yeah. Wow.
But you know
I did not know that.
What I really, you know, thinking back, what I really liked about Barrett and Carter was just, I don't know if you remember, but just some of those episodes where it's like, you know, like I've talked to, you know, some fans that follow me or wrote to me or whatever. It's like, oh, I just wanted you and Amanda like so bad, you know, to get together. But we always had that, you know, I don't like, we'd walk away from a scene and, you know, you'd see me tap her back, or like, you know, that scene where it's like, I don't know, I just thought if you weren't doing anything, you know, maybe we could, you know, go out sometime. Just all those fun little pieces. Just like, what? No. But, you know, if that had time, right?
Correct.
You know, we might have turned those no into, okay, let's go.
Let's have coffee. You know?
Right.
And who certainly have got stuff to talk about. And there's not a lot of people that she can talk about with work, you know?
Exactly.
So that's a big deal for people, to be able to confide in someone about this top secret stuff that most people can't. When they go home, they can't even tell their families. What happened today, sweetie? Oh, an alien race invaded the base. What? I got to kill you now. Jeez. I do believe had they had more time together and had Jack not been a part of the equation, I do believe
Jack's a big part of the equation,
right? Yeah. Absolutely. I do think that there could have been something long term. And Peter, Malcolm was always checking in with her. How's Pete? How you doing? Oh, we're not really with each other. Oh, really? Everything okay? Yes, everything's fine. I'm taking a break from everything. It was he cared about her, you know?
Yeah.
And you made it realistic.
And of course, we don't have, you know, real time in the movie world to let those things, you know, develop. But if there had have been, you know, time, that, I mean, it would be a perfect mirror, you know, of real life, where the guy just comes in as a friend or a coworker, and then after a couple of years, like, hey, do we kind of like each other? I don't know. I'm just saying.
A spark is not always immediate.
Right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Exactly. So. Or it might be for somebody, and then they have to have patience, you know, which is probably, I think, a little bit more on the Malcolm, as far as Stargate goes.
He doesn't strike me as a guy who was, you know, out after one night stands, you know?
Definitely not.
He struck me more of a, you know, as like a, you know, Kevin Costner bodyguard type of guy. You know, he's going home and he's making himself a screwdriver or, you know, something else, and just kind of chilling after work, you know, putting his sidearm down and, you know, goes to bed. Next day he gets up and does the same thing again. So absolutely. That's true. Tell me.
Did I send you my side notes? I mean, because that's what I had. Kevin Costner, screwdriver at home.
Hey, you know,
But yeah, I agree.
Tell me about Amanda Tapping. What is she like? Have you been directed by her yet? I think you were. I think you were in. I think you were in. Her first directing at the end of season 7.
So I did. What was the? I should go get it, because
episode name.
On my Instagram. I had some
Resurrection.
I had a script of what Resurrection, right?
Yeah.
So I had a script of Resurrection, and this was the only episode where it was written by a main cast member and directed by a main cast member. Hence, Michael Shanks being the writer and Amanda being the director. So it is one of a kind.
Right? Absolutely correct.
It is one of a kind. And boy, I like, again, it's been a while, but my memories of Amanda is like, just she's a fucking machine. Like,
Yeah.
not only is she a machine, but she just does it all so well. Like, I would just get tired watching her sometimes. Like and then when she wore the role of director, and then still, I mean, her dialogue, right? Like, right?
It's a lot of hats you're asking someone to wear for 6 or 7 days of photography.
Yeah, on a show that's quite large in spectrum, and she just took it on like a pro, man. Like I was amazed just watching it all.
Thanks for watching this clip from Dial the Gate. You can find the full live stream shows on our YouTube channel or visit dialthegate.com for the complete schedule. See you on the other side.